Good morning, everyone. Welcome to MBA Karo. I hope you have watched the previous part of this, wherein I discussed some of the questions, the similar type of questions which were asked on NMAT in my paper. And today I'm going to discuss few more questions. Okay, since like quant, I could collect a good number of questions. So I split this into two parts. If you have not watched the first part, please do watch the first part as well. And before we begin, please do like this video and share it with your friends who are writing NMAT. If you are new to the channel, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel to get the best content for all MBA entrance examinations and genuine content, no random stuff which you won't find elsewhere. So let's directly come to the point. Before that, if you are writing NMAT and are looking for mock test, we have updated our mock test with the kind of questions that were asked in NMAT this time. Okay, so the type of questions remain the same. Okay, they what happens in NMAT is they change the wordings. Like last year also I noticed, I took some videos and then some people commented ki ha easy tarah ke question I think. So we have updated our NMAT mocks. So if you are planning to take mocks, you can take our mocks. So let's start with the first question. Now this time I found a few questions on algebra as well. Last year there were hardly any questions on algebra in my paper. This year I found three questions on logarithms and one on this modulus based, and another one was on series and progressions. Okay, so don't leave any topic as such. At least cover the basics. कभी कभी ऐसा हो सकता है कि किसी टॉपिक से इजी क्वेश्चन आ जाए, यू कैन सॉल्व दैट. Now we do not have sectional tests. We just have full length mocks as of now. Maybe next year will include sectional test as well. Okay, so you've taken an official mock test. Try to increase your speed a bit and attempt more questions, or accuracy maintain rakho. So maybe you can cross 240 in the actual exam. So that official mock test that has the same marking thing as the actual exam. Okay, and it is the same, but people do not know. Like I do not know, I admit that I do not know. Maybe some institutes may know it, but most of the institutes that claim that their NMAT mocks are adaptive, the claims are fake. Unless it's a very old institute like CL कह रहा है, टाइम कह रहा है, IMS कह रहा है, that you can trust. बट अदर्स कुछ भी जो खुद को बोलते हैं कि हम इसमें एक्सपर्टिंग सब है, ऐसा नहीं होता है. टू have that adaptive system, first of all you need to have data of lakhs of students. Okay, second thing is that like अगर आप किसी भी इंस्टीट्यूट के मॉक दोगे, मोस्टली क्या होगा, सेम क्वेश्चंस दे देते हैं. ठीक है, हर किसी को आप देखोगे, आपने मॉक दिया, आपके फ्रेंड ने दिया, सेम क्वेश्चन आएगा. बट एनमैट में ऐसा नहीं होता, रैंडम क्वेश्चंस आते हैं. ओके, आपने जो आपके पेपर में अलग क्वेश्चंस आएंगे, नेक्स्ट वाले के अलग आएंगे. ओके, एंड दे आर लार्ज पूल, दे रैंडमली रियल टाइम उसमें क्वेश्चन जनरेट होता है. मतलब दे हैव पूल एंड दे allocate questions that way. So that is adaptive. So most of the institutes will not have adaptive mocks. But yeah, official mocks are adaptive ones. Okay, so this is the question. It says that you need to find the values of x. How many values of x satisfy this equation? Okay, so the what function is, like if we say, let's consider this equation first because it is a simpler one. ये थोड़ी सी complicated बन जाती है. Okay, so let us consider this equation. Mod of 2 minus y is equal to 3. This means that 2 minus y is 3 or it is minus 3. Okay, so this means y is equal to, so when you take y this side, 3 will come this side, it will become minus 1. Or when you take y this side, minus 3 will become plus 3, and 2 plus 3 5. Okay, so y is equal to minus 1 or 5. Now what we will do, we will put in the second equation. Okay, second equation mein kya hai, this is the equation which is given to us. Now when we take y is equal to minus 1, and the second case is y equals to 5. When we take y is equal to minus 1, so it becomes 2 times of x mod x minus 3, इसका complete mod is equal to 0. And here if we take, it becomes 2 times of mod is equal to 5 plus 1, that is 6. Okay, now 2 से divide हो जाएगा, so it becomes 0 only. Okay, and 2 से divide हो जाएगा, so it will become 3. Now, mod is like if we say mod n, if it is 4, so that means n is equal to plus or minus 4. Okay, so we take the positive value and the negative value. But if it is 0, it has no sign. 0 का कोई sign ही नहीं होता. So we will have, when we open this mod bracket, it becomes mod of x minus 3 equals 0. Okay. And when we open this bracket, it becomes mod of x minus 3 equal to 3, or it is minus 3, because when we open mod, it is either plus or minus. Okay, now when we further solve it, it becomes mod of x is equal to 3. Okay, and this becomes mod of x, इसमें 3 ऐड करेंगे, it becomes 6, or it becomes 0. Now mod of x is equal to 3, so this means x is equal to 3 or minus 3. Mod of x is equal to 6. So x is 6 or minus 6. If mod of x is 0, then x is 0. So how many values of x? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there are 5 values of x that satisfy these equations. Okay. Now this is like as I told you, uh, this I can, if you're preparing for CAT, then you must know these kind of questions. NMAT point of view, I thought कि NMAT perspective से थोड़ा difficult होगा, because most of the students do not prepare these topics. So mostly it is going to be arithmetic. Some part is going to be modern math, number system, and some could be of algebra as well. Okay, so don't ignore algebra at all. Practice करके जाना, थोड़ा basic at least cover कर लेना. Logarithm, I had 2 to 3 questions, and I am hearing that everyone is getting a question on logarithm thus far. Okay, so I have a playlist on my channel by the name Let's Learn Log. ठीक है, उसमें 4 पार्ट्स हैं, आप उसे देखोगे, so you will get good concepts of logarithm, और काफी सिंपल वे में समझाया कैसे सॉल्व करते हैं. So 5 solutions to this equation. Now this is the next question. There are 3 students, S1, S2 and S3, who appeared in maths and science tests. S1 scored X and Y marks in maths and science respectively. S2 scored X plus 24 and Y plus 10 in maths and science. And S3 scored X plus 36 in maths. So S3 के science में नहीं दिए, right? And we have to find that how much did he score in science. If the ratio of scores of S1, S2 and S3 in maths and science are 6 ratio 5, 7 ratio 5 and 6 ratio 5 respectively, how many marks did S3 score in science? So we have 3 students, S1, S2, S3, writing 2 tests, and the values are given as in variables of X and Y. This value we need to find out. Okay. Now, how would we find this value if we are not given the other values? So we are given the ratio of marks obtained by these people in the two subjects. Okay. So now it is given that in maths and science, maths ratio science is given. S1 is 6 ratio 5. This is 7 ratio 5 and this is 6 ratio 5 again. Okay. Now what we will do in this case is, see, x ratio y is 6 ratio 5. So let us say x is equal to 6n and y is equal to 5n. Okay. So S2 में क्या marks हो जाएंगे? S2 में they will have 6n plus 24, and in science he will have score as 5n plus 10. Okay. X is 6x 6n and y is 5n. So इसका ratio कितना given है? 7 ratio 5. Okay, so you can reduce. This is 5 times of n plus 2. So it will become n plus 2, and this is 7. So 6n plus 24 is 7n plus 14. So this gives n is equal to 10. If n is 10, these marks are 60 and 50. X is 50, 60, y is 50. Okay. अब इसके x plus 36 marks है, that is 96 marks. 60 plus 36, 96. And this is 6 ratio 5. So 96 ratio m marks is 6 ratio 5. So this means it is 80. 6 ratio 5 mein this will be. So ratio based question involving equations in two variables. There are two colleges A and B. College A has boys and girls in the ratio of 12 ratio 11, and college B has boys and girls in the ratio of 9 ratio 10. If there are a total of 840 students and the number of boys and girls is equal, find the ratio of boys in college A and B. Who are those many people? I mean, there are many people who are fooling students, telling students to reschedule the examination. That is the most foolish thing you are doing. Okay, if you are rescheduling the exam, because the level remains same. Okay. It is So what I'll do is I'll try to prove that NMAT does not get difficult. I'll write NMAT sometime later also and will show कि score दिखा दूंगा कि मेरा तब भी उतना ही score आता है. Okay, it does not get difficult. It is just that some people create rumors. Okay, and don't trust any such people. If someone themselves is writing the examination scoring दिखाते कि हाँ भाई हम भी लिख के आए हैं और इतना स्कोर बन रहा है, then you can trust those people. But random people saying कि NMAT difficult हो जाता है, do not trust anyone. NMAT is a very standard paper. It remains constant. There are a lot of, I mean, they call themselves educators and all, mentors, but they are misleading students, and I feel bad for students. You should reschedule NMAT only if, uh, let's say, some emergency comes up. ठीक है, तबीयत खराब हो गई या कुछ हो गया, तब की बात अलग है. But otherwise, you should not reschedule. A and B. Boys and girls are in the ratio 12:11 in college A. So let us say it is 12x and 11x. In college B, boys and girls are in the ratio 9:10. 9y, 10y. Okay, that is the thing which is given to us. Now, what is say that there are 840 students and number of boys and girls is equal. So that means boys and girls total will be 420. Okay. So this is what you get. Now let us find the values of this is like if you subtract this equation. ठीक है ये दो इक्वेशन बन गई हमारी 12x plus 9y. So we took 12x and 11x in college A, 9y and 10y in college B. So total boys will be boys in A plus boys in B, that is 420. This is also 420. So if we subtract, we get x minus y is 0 or x is equal to y. Okay, so x and y are same. So total boys will be 12x plus 9x, that is 21x. Okay, which is anyway like it does not matter, we do not have to find the value, we have to find the ratio of boys in college A and B. So ratio of boys in college A and B is 12x upon 9y. Now since x and y are equal, we can say it is 4:3. Okay, so the answer is 4:3. A solution contains 20% sugar and 80% water. It is dried to make a syrup that contains 80% sugar and the rest water. How much syrup can be made using 20 kg of solution? So this kind of question which of percentages were asked in the examination कि ऐसा ये भी आ सकता है there is grape, ऐसा आया था actually कि there is grape and it has dried like when you dry the grape water evaporates, ऐसा दिया नहीं होता but you have to consider that only water will evaporate. Okay, there is grape and there is raisin, and when you dry the grape this is the percentage of water in it. So you need to find ki how much raisins can you obtain from certain weight of grapes. So likewise, same concept use here. Cat algebra, everything is important. Like you have functions, you have equations, quadratic equations is important, logarithms. Okay, then you have inequalities. So there is a solution that contains 20% sugar and 80% water. It is dried to make syrup that contains 80% sugar and rest water. How much syrup can be made using 20 kg of solution? इसमें क्या लॉजिक लगेगा? See, don't just mug up things, right? So try to understand कि uh, like what is the rational here. अगर आप सिरप को ड्राई करोगे what will happen? So whenever have you have these kind of question wherein you dry the grapes and obtain raisins, or you are drying something. Okay, so whenever you dry something, water evaporates, but the other thing remains same. ठीक है, जैसे यहाँ पे शुगर है, शुगर विल रिमेन सेम, ओनली वाटर रिड्यूसेस. ठीक है, सो क्या होगा, इट इज 20% शुगर, सो शुगर विल रिमेन सेम, कांस्टेंट रहेगी. ऐसे ही ग्रेप्स वाले में होगा, ग्रेप ग्रेप वाला क्वेश्चन पूछता है एग्जाम में, ग्रेप पूछा था, ग्रेप एंड रेजन. सो ग्रेप एंड रेजन, grape will have fruit plus water and raisin will have also fruit and water. Okay, now what happens is fruit remains constant, water will reduce. ठीक है, सो हमें क्या करना होता है, फ्रूट को, फ्रूट वाला पार्ट दोनों में, फ्रूट और यू कैन कॉल इट पल्प. Okay, pulp part will remain constant in both cases. Okay, similarly in this case sugar will remain constant, right? So when you have 20 kg, इसमें शुगर कितनी होगी? 20%, which is 4 kg. Okay, when you have to make syrup. In syrup we have 4 kg sugar. Okay, 4 kg sugar, it says syrup contains 80% sugar. This is 80% of syrup. So this means syrup is of 5 kg. They can also ask a question like how much water is present in syrup. Okay, so this is a simple concept. I mean, most people do not know. They think कि ये हो क्या रहा है, मतलब वो water कैसे बढ़ गया, right? या मतलब sugar कैसे बढ़ गई. Sugar does not increase. ठीक है, sugar remains constant. Water decreases. Okay, let's do the next question, which is based on logarithms. लॉगरिथम्स कवर कर लेना. आई हैव अ प्लेलिस्ट ऑन माय चैनल, लेट्स लर्न लॉग. 4 पार्ट की सीरीज है. 1 घंटे में आप लॉगरिथम सीख जाओगे. थोड़ा प्रैक्टिस ऑफ कोर्स करनी पड़ेगी आपको. कैट के पास्ट ईयर क्वेश्चंस देख लोगे लॉग के, यू विल बी एबल टू सॉल्व मोस्ट ऑफ दीज क्वेश्चंस. पीपल ऑफन इग्नोर दिस टॉपिक थिंकिंग कि बहुत सारे रूल्स होते हैं. बस रूल्स समझने की देर है और अप्लाई करना आना चाहिए कहाँ पे क्या लग सकता है. सो दिस इज कॉल्ड अ नेस्टेड लॉग. ठीक है, नेस्टेड लॉग मतलब एक के अंदर एक लॉग होता है एंड यू हैव टू फाइंड द वैल्यू ऑफ एक्स इन दिस. ओके, नाउ of course if someone knows logarithms will understand how it is done. See, log 9 of, so what happens in log is, let us say we have some number, let's say 3 raised to the power 4 is 81. If we have to write in this log form, so we will write log 3, 81 equals to 4. Okay, so ये जो हमारा बेस होता है, बेस तो यहीं पे रहता है, पावर राइट हैंड साइड चले जाती है एंड दिस इज कॉल्ड द आर्ग्यूमेंट. ठीक है, या जो रिजल्ट आपका आता है ये यहाँ पे आ जाता है. लॉग बेस यहीं पे रहेगा, आर्ग्यूमेंट यहाँ जाता है, पावर राइट साइड चले जाती है. सो वी हैव लॉग this number is equal to 1 by 2. So this means this part equals 9 to the power 1 by 2. क्योंकि हमने क्या कहा कि log, ये जो बेस है इसकी पावर इज दिस वैल्यू. सो दिस इज 9 टू द पावर 1 by 2 which is 3. So we have 3 log 3, 2 plus log 5, 1 minus 4 log 2x is equal to 3. So 3 3 means ये 1 हो जाएगा आपको, right? Now log 3, this part is equal to 1. So this part will be 3 raised to the power 1 which is 3 only. Okay, so 2 plus log 5, 1 minus 4 log 2 x, then we have this is equal to 3. Okay, now when you subtract 2 it becomes log 5, 1 minus 4 log 2x is equal to 1. Okay, so this means this part is equal to 5 raised to the power 1 or 5. ये part 5 आ गया. So 1 minus log 4 log 2x is equal to 5. So when we bring it this side it becomes minus 4 log 2x is equal to 4 or log 2x is equal to minus 1. Okay, so this means x is 2 to the power minus 1 which is 1 by 2. Okay, don't make minus 2. So this is nested log. Simple होता है, logarithm का concept पता होना चाहिए and like log after log is being used in this equation. Okay, so there were questions on logarithms like this, and another question which was I told you in the previous session. Okay, similar was that a product of numbers was given and a logarithm function was given. Okay, then that uses the properties of logarithms and you can easily calculate those values. Okay, so I hope you are enjoying this session and finding this valuable. So please don't forget to like this video and do subscribe to the channel if you are not a subscriber of it. Now let us do a DI. Okay, I have created a replica of the same कि जिस तरह का question DI में आया था. Another one was basically chart based, which was simple. Okay, this I found interesting, not the conventional chart based question. So in this, some instructions were given and a table like this was given, which was on percentages. The other one was also bar graph, line graph. That was also percentage based, but वो simple typical DI होता है कि graph से value देखो, percentage calculate करो, answer निकालो. This was something which I found interesting. So it says that there is a tournament and there are teams that play 42 matches every year. A team gets 3 points for a win, minus 1 for a loss, and no points for a tie match. The table below gives the percentage change in the number of wins and losses of Team X from 2012 to 2017 with respect to the previous year. It is known that Team X won 25 matches and lost 15 matches in 2011. So, using this table and the information given, try to find out कि कितने मैचेस किस ईयर में जीते होंगे, विन लॉस एंड टाई, एंड देन like you do not have to calculate everything, just find win and loss, rest निकाल सकते हो, number of points and all. So find out these wins. So what is given here is in 2011, 25 wins and 15 losses. Now it says 20%. See, if it is a negative sign, that means decrease. And if it is no sign given, then obviously is going to be a increase only. So 20% means 1/5 increase. 20% कितना होगा इसका 5. So increase of 5 will mean 30 wins. Okay. 16.67 means 1/6. यानी कि 5. If you increase by 5, it becomes 35. Minus 1/5. 1/5 of 35 is 7. So 28. Minus 25% is 1/4. 1/4 of 28 is 7. Subtract 7, 21. Okay. Now 0%, so no change, 21. And 28.57, which is 2 by 7. 2 by 7 increase means 1 by 7 is 3. 2 by 7 will be 6. So it will be 27. So this is how you calculate the number of wins. Same goes for the number of losses. 15, 1/3 subtract कर दो, One third of 15 is 5, that is 10. 40% of 10 is 4, so this becomes 6. This is 1/6. Okay, 1/6 of 6 is 1, so 5. Subtract करना. This is 80%. 80% of 5 is 4, so 9 increase. 11.11% is 1 by 9. So increase of 1 by 9 of 9 is 1. So increase of 1 makes it 10. 20% increase means 12. Okay. So win loss आ गए. So you can find the number of tie because total 42 matches. Okay. So no need to write. आप कैलकुलेट कर सकते हो अगर किसी पर्टिकुलर ईयर में पूछा है. ओके. सो विन लॉस निकाल दी. नाउ वी कैन आंसर द रिमेनिंग क्वेश्चंस. Least number of matches won by the team in any of the years. So least number of wins if we see is 21. So the answer is option B. What is the number of tied matches in 2017? So हमने win और loss निकाले थे 27 and 12. Total we had 42 matches. 42 minus 39, which is 3 tied matches. Now you do not need to, in the table you do not need to write the number of tied matches also. Just आपने win loss लिख लिया, and if it asks tied matches anything, you can easily calculate for that particular year. So 3 tied matches in 2017. How many points did the team score in 2014? So condition दिए, find the number of points scored by the team in 2014. So we are scoring 200 plus in my mocks. That's a good, decent number. Okay, just focus on like learning the concepts, and in the exam, like if you feel some questions are non doable, मतलब कोई ऐसे हो सकते हैं बहुत लेंदी हो सकते हैं. In the videos also I discussed uh, some questions are very lengthy. Okay, so just avoid those questions. Focus on questions that are easy. You will find some easy questions also. ठीक है, तो NMAT में ये trick होती है. The problem in NMAT is you cannot come back to a question. Okay, so keep in mind if a question is like initially दो चार question करो सही से, चार पांच question के बाद when you start realizing कि like the questions are quite lengthy, एक दो question random mark करके आगे बढ़ो, and you will find some easy questions. Like I found DI quite doable. There were some other questions also which were doable, even in other sections also. Okay, so that way try to maximize your attempts. So how many points did the team score in 2014? 2014 चल रहा है. We know that 28 wins and 5 losses, right? So we are given that for win you get 3 points, that is 84. 5 losses minus 5, and no points for a tie match. So tie point is irrelevant. So this becomes 79 points. So they did ask the number of points in one particular year. Now Team Y was the table topper in 2016 and Team X stood second. What can be the minimum number of points scored by Team Y in 2016? So team, ये हमें डेटा दिया टीम एक्स के बारे में, दे स्टूड सेकंड इन दिस. ओके, एंड टीम वाई वाज द टॉपर. सो वी हैव टू फाइंड द मिनिमम पॉसिबल नंबर ऑफ पॉइंट्स इन दिस ऑफ दिस टीम. सो क्या करेंगे, वी विल फाइंड फॉर टीम एक्स ओनली एंड ऐड 1 टू इट. ठीक है, सो टीम एक्स के पॉइंट्स कितने हो जाएंगे 2016 में, 21 विंस एंड 10 लॉसेस. 63 minus 10, 53 points. Okay, now 53 आंसर नहीं होगा. The reason is they are second. ठीक है, second आया तो इनके 53 है, तो first जो आया होगा उसके greater than 53 होने चाहिए. Now that number can be anything, that can be 60, 70, 80, anything. Okay, we have to find the minimum possible number of points. Minimum points पूछ रहा है, so minimum it should be 54. मैक्सिमम कहीं तक भी जा सकते हैं, मतलब इट कैन बी टॉप नंबर ऑल्सो, बट मिनिमम दे विल हैव 54 पॉइंट्स. So that was a kind of a question which was asked कि second ये team second आई तो first वाले के minimum कितने point होने चाहिए. So I found this DI quite interesting. Not that conventional कि हाँ ये population दिए इतने percentage इतना earn करते हैं तो calculate those. Not that kind. So it was something I found interesting from the conventional DI that you get in NMAT. So DI is generally easy. Quant, some questions can be lengthy, especially arithmetic. Okay, so uh, try to solve the initial few questions correctly. But when you start realizing that it is taking too much time to solve those lengthy questions, mark some randomly and move ahead. क्योंकि कुछ क्वेश्चन इजी भी आएंगे ठीक है डीआई जनरली इजी आएगा एग्जाम. So we have this grammar book which is helpful for all MBA entrance examinations, and it has 160 plus rules with examples. There are several students who have already purchased this book. So if you are writing these exams and want to prepare for grammar, you can take this. And if you are preparing for SNAP and have NMAT maybe later and are looking for a structured course because आप इधर उधर से random जगह से पढ़ते हो तो कुछ topic मिलेंगे कुछ topic नहीं. In this we have covered all the topics in details. Okay, so we have these classes of all topics. With every topic you get practice sheet. Okay, only the exam specific topics are covered, not any random thing. So specific to these exams, and there is a dedicated telegram group for doubt resolution, so in case you find any doubts, and you also get access to all our mock test of NMAT and SNAP, and we have updated our mocks for NMAT based on the kind of questions that were asked in this slot, and even our snap mocks are like the ones that they contain questions like those which were asked in last year's snap. Okay, so you can buy these like if you want to buy but separately or want to buy the combo, you can purchase these. So this was today's session, which was on the kind of QS questions which were asked on NMAT. I already did other sessions also like language and LR questions. This तरह के questions exam में आए हैं. Okay, so uh, uh, just remember that if you whenever your exam is, do not panic during the examination. There will be some difficult questions, but it is not that the difficulty level keeps on increasing. So there will be some easy questions also. If you encounter any difficult questions in the beginning or very lengthy questions, you can skip in the sense mark something randomly and move ahead. Okay, because easy questions भी आएंगे. कई बार क्या होता है students initial questions में ही अटके रह जाते हैं. So try to maximize your attempt because अगर आपका attempt कम होगा तो score उसमें they want you to complete the paper. So try to reach towards the end. So मान लो 36 तक नहीं भी पहुंच रहे हो, at least reach 31 32 questions so that you do not face those negative marking in this. Okay, so 210 QS में कम आए. So just I mean of course एक दिन में तो कुछ नहीं कर सकते, but as I told you that if you encounter very difficult questions or very lengthy questions, try to mark randomly and move ahead and then attempt the easy ones. Okay, try to attempt more questions that can give you a good result. So you can, if you have bought our mocks, you can just retake them. There is a retake option. With those, you will find those questions in the mocks. There are few, not many of those, just a few of them which have been updated. So that's for this session. Thanks for attending this, and please don't forget to like this video.